What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. Well, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the HBOs, all the languages you could possibly imagine. You can go on right there. Boop. LaybackTV.com. Check it out on how you can download it on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks, okay? And give them a shout out on their Instagram on official_LaybackTV. Now, let's get into some motherfucking wrestling talk. Woo-hoo-hoo! Alright, guys. It's Road to WrestleMania season. Okay? Got Raw is in certain places. Smackdown is in certain places recently. Sunrise, Florida. Even though motherfuckers were saying Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry, but if you were in South Florida and you were in that county of Broward County, you would know that Fort Lauderdale is all the way east by the beach and Sunrise is all the way west. Make sense? Alright. So, we got some advances as far as the women and men in the Elimination Chamber goes. We got former multi-time world champion, former Miss Money in the Bank winner, Alexa Bliss is making a return to the Elimination Chamber. We got former multi-time world champion, former Miss Money in the Bank, former Royal Rumble winner, Asuka. Yep, Asuka from the Kabuki Warriors. Heading up to the Elimination Chamber. I think that's pretty interesting. It's two former world champions. I kind of like that. Makes it interesting, right? We got newcomer Javon Evans. I think a fresh face in there is pretty dope. High flyer, you know. I think he needs to work a little bit more on the promo skills, but his in-ring ability is pretty exciting. So good choice. I think that's a good choice. Trick Williams, money. Trick is money right now. I say I like Trick Williams a hell of a lot more in the main roster than I did NXT. Actually, NXT he was dope. You know, former two-time NXT champion, former TNA world champion. He was doing fucking both shows, both TNA and NXT. It was pretty dope. But I think him, like, it's not many NXT superstars that I'm pretty excited about coming into the main roster. You know, it's just the aura there that they had in NXT is just not matching the same or more. You know what I'm saying? I think that falls on, it not falls on them, but it's just the way it is. They just got to find the right dance partner or the right story, the right match. It can happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that's happened with Carmelo Hayes. I think that's happened with who else? Ilya Dragunov, Jordan Grace. Let me see who else. Lash Legend is a little bit different because she's teaming with Nia Jax, inserting herself into the tag team division, so it keeps her name interesting. But Trick Williams, fresh off first day, has been on fire, and now he's going into the Elimination Chamber. I think it keeps the Elimination Chamber super exciting, 100%. So bravo, that was a good choice. Kiana James, I don't know about that one. If I'm being honest, I have no fucking clue what's up with that. Why? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. You know, help. I mean, over Io, I get it. Over Charlotte, I get it. You don't want the tag team partners being a part of that, but it's more like, I don't know. It's just something about it. You know what? In the end of the day, Kiana James getting into the chamber convinced me why you should be in there. Like, you gotta make more of a fucking stomping ground and a moment for yourself more than anybody in that ring. Because they all have accolades except you. You know, you are the A to the U.S. champion, the women's U.S. champion, Julia. So I don't see what's up with that. But moving on. Jordan Grace taking on Jade Cargill for the women's championship last week. Oh, my bad. Before I get into that, Cody Rhodes advanced, okay? we're going to get into that. He advanced from a two-time undisputed WWE champion, two-time Royal Rumble winner for 2023 and 24, King of the Ring of last year. You already know the words. So shout out to Cody Rhodes. I think that's interesting. I think there's going to be more to him being in Chamber. I don't know if he's winning. I'm not too convinced yet. But let's get back on Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill. That was a dope match that really wasn't selling the crowd. That was dope. My thing is, I'm a little confused. Why are we putting Jordan Grace in these opportune moments, right? Why are we okay, let's go with the obvious facts, right? In NXT, Jordan Grace spent a few, maybe a couple years there, right? Even fresh off of being in TNA. Like she was doing the groundwork with NXT before she even got in NXT, while she was still in TNA as the current TNA Knockouts World Champion. And she made more of she made more of a mark when she showed up as the champ than she did the rest of the time in NXT. She's a 3-time NXT contender, NXT Women's Championship contender. For you newcomers, that means she challenged for the title 3 fucking separate times, not even back to back, and did not win. One was Roxanne Perez. One was Stephanie Bakar. One was JC Jane. And now she's gone for her 4th shot at a major championship, this time against Jade Cargill. Great match, you know what I mean? A powerhouse superstar versus another one. And she didn't get it. Now, it could be A or B. A, she's a great gatekeeper to keep putting over champions, which she's doing her job, because every match that Jordan Grace has challenged for a major championship was always a high caliber match, was always an entertaining match. So her in-ring ability, I will never question. So it's either she's a gatekeeper to keep putting over champions with 5-star matches, or they're building up her story where she can't win the big one. And some people, it worked for, such as Chris Jericho. The whole narrative is he can't win the big one. And what did he do? He won the big one. Not only did he win the WCW championship from The Rock, but he was able to beat The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night to be the first man ever in history to be undisputed champion. So it could be that or that. But these matches are just not working enough to the point where I'm convinced she should be champion. I think there's something either in her promo skills or story rivalries that we got to do better when it comes down to Jordan. Jordan is a fucking killer in the ring. She's a built superstar, former world champion, won every major title in TNA history. Because I've been watching her since TNA. During the pandemic, actually. When she was actually a little bit more overweight and still killing it in the ring. Now she lost all that weight, turned it into a fucking chiseled body. She's a powerhouse. It's like the fucking woman's Terminator. And there's something about it. It's something that needs to work. Like I always said, Jade needed a good dance partner to do a great match. She found one in Jordan. Naomi wasn't it. Sorry. But Jordan is. We just need to do better when it comes down to Jordan. She just got here and already challenged for a championship and losing. I hope they got some major plans for Jordan, because she's just been putting over a lot of motherfuckers that really did not deserve it. Moving on. So they had a major match, right? Turns out a 10-man match. It was the MFTs taking on Matt Cardona, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Apollo Crews, and Shinsuke Nakamura. But Tama Tonga got the win and the pinfall on current U.S. champion Carmelo Hayes. It looks like we're going to get a little push. They already got the tag team championships. MFTs. They got the WWE tag team champions. We just don't know who got what belt. But it looks like they're giving a push. They're putting a rocket ship on Tamatanga to be the next U.S. champion. I think it's dope. He's great in the ring. Out of everyone, he's proven more. He's kind of like during the Bloodline era, he's kind of like the Jey Uso, the right-hand man, basically. So, shout out to him. That triple threat match to qualify for Elimination Chamber, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Jacob Fatu was a fire fucking match that the fans appreciated. Shout out to them. It could have went to anybody. It could have went to Jacob, Sami, or Cody. I would have been happy with. But it went to Cody. He killed that shit. All right, so let me dissect what happened on Raw, right? AJ Lee tried to do a promo, right? Tried to do a promo for her upcoming Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch at the Elimination Chamber in Chicago. Okay, this is what we need to do, all right? I am just not convinced yet after only 2 matches. We're talking the tag team match from WrestlePalooza and the War Games match over in San Diego at Survivor Series. I'm not too convinced on what AJ Lee can do in the ring yet. Okay? I'm not convinced yet. Because she's been out of the game for over a decade. Okay? God bless her. You know, she paved the way for a lot. I like the promo, how it started, right? When it came down to, you know, like she helped put, you know, a lot on the map for the women's division. You know, she described the Divas Championship, calling it a title with a butterfly on it, which I thought was a garbage-looking title. I don't know what the fuck were they thinking. To me, I look at the Divas Championship with the butterfly as like I look at the John Cena spinner belt. Fucking hated it. Terrible designs. But then when Becky shows up, we get in the whole, schizophrenia, psycho mentality bullshit going on gimmick with AJ Lee, where a lot of dead air in between happens. I am not good with AJ's promo skills, and apparently I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy shit is, as long as AJ Lee's been out of the loop, there's no real excuse. You are married and you live with a former multi-time world champion in CM Punk, who's one of the top 5 promo microphone killers of all time, in my opinion. He can show you what's up. Okay? He can show you what's up. You have the right dance partner. Becky is on fire with promo skills. She can alley-hoop you. She can take you where you need to go. Roman had the same problem. Who was the best alley-hoop to teach him? John Cena. And now he's fucking great on the mic. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not feeling it. I swear to Christ, if AJ Lee's promo skills are this fucking bad, I'm expecting a 5-star killer match. I hope her and Becky are going behind the scenes choreographing a great match. Otherwise, this was a waste of fucking, not my time, but Chicago's time, where AJ Lee happens to live. Moving on. CM Punk and Finn Balor's promo. Okay. CM Punk made them his bitch. Talking about JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. It makes me question what they actually are going to do in this match with CM Punk. Yes, you will ruin the main event against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You will. I'm more excited about a CM Punk rivalry with Roman Reigns than I would be Finn Balor stepping in there. Rather if it's against Roman or rather if he's in a triple threat match. Right? Don't get me wrong. Finn Balor's world title run is way overdue. No one's fault. Okay? It's an accident that happened with his shoulder. He's been on multiple world title fucking hunts and it just happened. I don't know. But killer. Now, does Balor deserve a win? Yeah. Does he deserve a world title? Yeah. Should he get it in Chicago? No. There's something about this match that really, I hope they don't fucking drop the ball, because too many people are getting injured, like dead ass, some unnecessary injuries. We got to do better. This one Elimination Chamber qualifying match that kind of pissed me off. Natty. Okay, the low-key legend, Natty Neidhart. I'm pissed she's not in it. Because now what you do with her? That would have been a perfect addition to the Elimination Chamber. Just fucking up everyone. I'm not saying she should win. There is no real storyline if she wins. But this is a great way to put Natty on the map in Chicago at Elimination Chamber, keeping it interesting. 100%. Now, if the idea is to put Natty in the Intercontinental Championship picture at WrestleMania, all right, you got till now to build it up. So we need to do better. Bayley loses another match and another opportunity to go to the Elimination Chamber. Does Bayley need another fucking big moment? No! This woman, during the pandemic, believe it or not, she was on fucking fire before she got injured. She was Smackdown Women's Champion and Tag Team Champion at the same time. And the Smackdown title, she was holding it down for like a year. Okay? Not to mention, not last year, but the year before, I called it that Bayley was going to win the Royal Rumble. Too many lost opportunities, and what she do? She fucking killed it. She won the Royal Rumble. I called it. Won the Royal Rumble, won the WWE Women's Championship against Io Sky at WrestleMania 40, and went on a fucking 6-month reign. Lost it at SummerSlam to Nia Jax. How many moments do you need? If that's the case, you're on Raw. Try to go for no, you know what? You can't even go for a Women's Intercontinental Championship because you tried that last year and it didn't work. You don't need so many moments. You've been Money in the Bank winner. I don't know. She's starting to be selfish. Moving on. Masked Man cost the Vision the match and stomps. Oh, no, he didn't cost him the match, but he stomped out Logan Paul. So? But everybody's like, you know, who it is. I mean, just the way their body movement is, the agility, you know, they obviously it's easy to say that's Seth Rollins. I don't think it's Seth Rollins, obviously, but it's someone who can move like Seth Rollins. I'm still going Grayson Waller. Now, even though if it's Grayson Waller, the reason why should that be Grayson Waller? But I guess we'll see. Stay tuned. We got Monday Night Raw coming this weekend, all right? This your boy Eddie Jackson to Drop That Podcast. Make sure you hit that sub button, like the page, comment if you got some bullshit, you know, comment you want to disagree with. It don't matter. I'll read it anyway. Peace, y'all. Be easy.